On this planet, there exist natural wonders that never fail to amaze humanity. From the majestic Niagara Falls to the mighty Skogafoss, from the ancient redwood forests to Tongariro National Park, each place goes far beyond imagination. Towering mountains, colorful lakes, deep oceans, and icy lands weave together to form a mysterious masterpiece of nature. And this journey of discovery has only just begun. Join us as we continue to witness the hidden miracles of our blue planet. Geirangafjord is praised as one of the most spectacular fjords, with cliffs over 4,900 feet surrounding 9 miles of water. Strangely, the fjord is 1,600 feet deep, yet crystal clear, reflecting mountains like a giant mirror. In spring and summer, melting snow creates waterfalls and mist covering the valley in mystery. In winter, snow seals off the area and no sound remains except wind and water hitting the rock walls. Geirangafjord has been used as a main setting in doomsday films because it feels both peaceful and isolated. With its glacial origin and cultural myths, the fjord became a truly unique natural symbol. Mount Fuji is famous not only for its 1,390 feet height, but also for its snow-capped peak, all year seen as a sacred symbol by the Japanese. Over hundreds of thousands of years, geological forces shaped this stratovolcano, with its most powerful eruption in 1707, leaving a lasting mark. It is one of the 3 sacred mountains of Japan, long regarded as a pilgrimage site for followers of Shinto and Buddhism. The scenery changes with each season, from cherry blossoms blooming at its base in spring to heavy snow covering its summit in winter. The mountain appears in countless works of art and literature, becoming an endless cultural inspiration for Japan. UNESCO recognized Mount Fuji as a World Cultural Heritage Site in 2013, affirming its spiritual value and timeless symbolic power. Cliffs of Muir rise like an ancient stone wall, reaching 702 feet above a roaring ocean edge. The cliffs were formed from layers of shale and sandstone, built up over 300 million years like pages of stone. Waves crashing below, mixed with strong wind, create a natural symphony echoing without end. Thousands of seabirds live in the cracks of the cliffs, gliding with wind currents just above the water. On clear days, the view from the top stretches more than 60 miles across the Atlantic. This place is tied to ancient Celtic legends, where love, jealousy, and sacrifice merge with crashing waves. Banff National Park impresses with more than 1,000 glaciers, shaping a vast landscape known as a giant ice museum of North America. Mountains over 12,000 feet with year-round snow turn the region into a paradise for explorers. In 1885, it officially became Canada's first national park, starting the nation's nature conservation era. Hot springs are considered natural treasures, attracting visitors since the 19th century for relaxation and healing. Beyond nature, diverse wildlife transforms every journey into an adventurous experience. In native culture, legends of spirits dwelling in the mountains still give the place a mythical atmosphere. Great Blue Hole is a one-of-a-kind underwater wonder where nature created a deep blue eye through rare geological collapse. From above, its dark center measures about 1,000 feet wide and over 400 feet deep, standing out in shallow turquoise sea. Many scientists have dived here to collect limestone records to study climate shifts from more than 100,000 years ago. Huge stalactites stay perfectly preserved deep below where light cannot reach. Because of its surreal beauty and scientific value, Great Blue Hole became a national symbol on Belizean stamps and currency. Niagara Falls is world famous for its power, with water falling 167 feet high, carrying more than 7,200 gallons every second. The mighty falls formed over 12,000 years ago when melting glaciers carved a massive channel into the ancient rock walls. The thunder of the crashing water can be heard from several miles away, making visitors feel the raw strength of nature. It became legendary for daring stunts, as many risked crossing or plunging over the falls, making it a symbol of bravery and boldness. The site marked a revolution when Nikola Tesla and George Westinghouse turned the water's force into the first alternating current electricity for the region. For centuries, it has remained a cultural and romantic landmark of creativity and wonder, drawing millions of travelers from around the world each year. Skogafoss in Iceland is one of the most powerful waterfalls, standing about 200 feet high and nearly 80 feet wide, creating a roaring white curtain. The mighty flow produces thick mist, often forming bright rainbows, even double rainbows, making the scenery surreal and unforgettable. The falls mark an ancient sea cliff that once met the ocean thousands of years ago, showing Iceland's dramatic geological changes. Viking legend says a chieftain named Thrasi hid a huge chest of gold behind the water, but although once glimpsed, the treasure vanished forever. Today, visitors can walk right to the base or climb stairs to the top, while seabirds nest on the surrounding cliffs. With its raw power, mysterious legend, and scenes in famous films, Skogafoss stands as one of Iceland's most iconic travel landmarks. Yellowstone National Park fascinates with a hidden supervolcano whose crater, nearly 45 miles wide, silently holds massive energy beneath the earth. Water columns shoot over 100 feet high on a steady rhythm, making visitors feel like witnessing a ritual of nature. On the surface, more than 1,000 steaming geothermal wonders glow with colors, giving the land the presence of a living giant. A lake 7,700 feet high and 130 square miles wide reflects sky and mountains, forming a raw, majestic landscape. Wild bison herds roaming freely become a living emblem of untamed strength never conquered. For native tribes, each rising steam column was a sacred message from the spirits, making this land more than just nature. Redwood is home to the tallest trees on Earth, with some rising over 380 feet, equal to a building taller than 35 floors. Many trees have lived more than 2,000 years, meaning they appeared during the Roman Empire and still grow today. These redwoods absorb massive amounts of carbon, turning the forest into a natural lung for the planet. In the 19th and 20th centuries, logging reduced the forest greatly, but it was later strictly protected. When declared a World Heritage Site, Redwood became proof that nature must be preserved for future generations. Standing under the canopy, people feel tiny before the strength and endurance of nature. Table Mountain rises with a massive flat summit, 3,550 feet high, stretching over 2 miles and standing as Cape Town's eternal symbol. Formed from sandstone over 260 million years old, it belongs to the most ancient mountain ranges still existing on Earth. When thick white clouds cover its peak, locals call it the tablecloth, creating a rare mystical spectacle. Today, with a 360-degree rotating cable car, visitors can admire Cape Town and experience a wonder ranked among the new 7 natural wonders. With over 2,000 plant species, and many unique Table Mountain is a one-of-a-kind biological paradise. The Khoisan people regard it as sacred land where gods and ancestors dwell. Marble Caves feels like a living crystal maze where light and water rewrite the stone walls daily, so no experience repeats the last. Waves sculpted the marble for 6,000 years, leaving fine spiral veins and rippled faces like frozen swells. As the sun shifts, wall colors slide from gentle turquoise to deep blue, then mirror-like silver, making the space feel alive. Pillars and ceilings shaped like sculptures prove the creative force of nature. Pure minerals boost scattering, so patterns reveal detail even under low illumination. For visitors and locals, it teaches patience of water, endurance of stone, and the quiet magic of time. Lake Hillier keeps its pink color year-round without being affected by weather, sunlight, or air humidity. Unlike many saltwater lakes that change color by season, this one stays the same under any condition. It is about 2,000 feet long, surrounded by dense trees, and stands out next to the blue ocean when seen from the air. The pink is thought to come from tiny organisms in salty water that release pigments, but the effect remains unrepeatable. Another strange thing is the water has no smell, no toxins, and salt was once collected from it. Today, the lake is not open to public visits and can only be seen from a helicopter. Cappadocia feels like a fantasy land, where hundreds of mushroom-shaped and sharp stone towers rise as if not belonging to Earth. These formations were born from ancient lava, then sculpted for millions of years by wind and rain into natural masterpieces. At sunrise, the sky fills with hundreds of colorful balloons, creating one of the world's most remarkable travel scenes. Since ancient times, people carved homes and sacred spaces directly into the soft cliffs, turning rock into a vast, living settlement. The cream-colored stone was soft enough to carve, yet strong enough to preserve these works for millennia. When snow falls, the valley transforms into a frozen kingdom, like something from legend. Blue Lagoon impresses with its rare milky blue color created by silica, reflecting light, giving the feeling of standing inside a movie scene. This mineral pool formed in 1976 from geothermal water flowing out of a power plant, but soon became a world-famous bathing spot. The water keeps a perfect temperature, allowing anyone to soak, even during the coldest winter days. White silica mud here is not only relaxing, but also helps soothe and care for the skin, effectively loved by many visitors. Soaking in this setting while enjoying a cocktail inside the lagoon gives total relaxation and unforgettable memories. Pamukkale stands out with white limestone terraces like a giant cotton castle formed by calcium-rich hot springs flowing for thousands of years. The thermal water keeps a warm temperature year-round, allowing visitors to soak and relax no matter what the outside weather is like. Turquoise pools on the white surface create a surreal painting changing shades with the light of the day. Ancient Greeks believed the water had healing powers and made the area a wellness center since the 2nd century BC. Romans later also used the hot springs, turning it into a natural spa that lasted thousands of years. The rare combination of natural wonder and ancient heritage made it one of Turkey's most iconic symbols. Vatnajökull National Park has the largest glacier in Europe, covering nearly 3,100 miles, where ice and volcanoes exist in the same place. It is a rare landscape where ice and fire coexist with giant glaciers, sitting on top of active volcanic craters. The blue ice caves here reshape every season, melting and reforming to create a completely new look each year. This land was formed millions of years ago, combining ice plains, deep canyons, and erupting volcanoes into an extreme environment. ground shifts constantly under the pressure of massive ice and volcanic energy below. It reflects Iceland's belief that nature is both a destroyer and a creator worthy of respect. Fangna Bay is an open-air limestone museum formed by millions of years of uplift and erosion, leaving huge rocks rising from the sea. Millions of years of erosion shaped one of the most unique marine karst systems on Earth. The rocks have strange shapes like towers' giant needles or stone walls resembling natural sculptures. Hidden caves and lagoons can be reached only by small boats at low tide, creating mysterious adventures. Surrounding mangrove forests remain pristine, playing a vital role in protecting nature and biodiversity. More Than a View, Fangna shows how water rock and sky live in balance in Thai belief. Tongariro is the first national park in New Zealand, created in 1887, and also one of the oldest in the world. Its landscapes were shaped by hundreds of thousands of years of volcanic eruptions, leaving lava plains, giant craters, and colorful lakes. Some volcanoes remain active, reminding visitors of Earth's living power beneath their feet. Crater lakes glow turquoise or deep blue from minerals looking like another world. The Maori people see these mountains as sacred, tied to legends of gods and ancestors. UNESCO declared Tongariro a dual heritage site, both natural and cultural proof of harmony between nature and human spirit. Matterhorn stuns the world with its pyramid shape, almost perfect, standing 114,690 feet tall, like a giant sculpture in the sky. The mountain formed from tectonic collision over 50 million years ago, lifting ancient rock into the sharp peak we see today. Its slopes are steeper than 60 degrees and stay covered in white snow, glowing under sunlight year-round. The first climb in 1865 ended in tragedy as 4 people died during the descent. Since then, Matterhorn became a symbol of not just beauty, but challenge and danger. Its image entered global culture as a sign of pride and nature's raw power. The Dead Sea is famous as the lowest point on Earth, lying about 1,400 feet below sea level, a rare natural record. Its water is nearly 10 times saltier than the ocean, letting anyone float effortlessly without knowing how to swim. Shores lined with white salt crystals create surreal scenery like another planet. Since ancient times, Cleopatra used its mud and salt for beauty, known for healing and rejuvenation. The land around the lake is tied to many biblical stories, adding sacred and mysterious meaning. Today, the Dead Sea is a destination blending wellness, nature, and religious culture. Lake Bled in Slovenia formed over 14,000 years ago after glaciers melted, leaving a turquoise lake covering 1.4 square miles and reaching 97 feet deep. The water changes color, with the light turning green in the morning, emerald at noon, and golden at sunset, creating a magical scene. Legend says, the church bell on the island fulfills wishes when rung with a sincere heart. The lake once served as a luxurious retreat for the Austro-Hungarian royalty, bringing an atmosphere of nobility and romance. On the cliff above the lake, a medieval castle from the 11th century stands as a symbol of history and ancient power. In winter, the frozen surface becomes a giant natural skating rink, astonishing visitors with nature's stunning transformation. Antelope Canyon is famous for sandstone walls curving 120 feet high, formed over millions of years by flash floods and desert winds. The narrow passage, only a few feet wide, lets sunlight create colors shifting from red, orange, yellow to purple. Its most magical moment is the divine light beams in summer when the sun shines straight onto the sandy floor. The Navajo call it Tse Bighanilini, meaning the place where water runs through rock, seeing it as sacred ground. Visitors can only enter with Navajo guides, since flash floods once made it a deadly trap. Today, Antelope Canyon is one of the most photographed places on Earth, a symbol of nature blending with native spirituality. The Grand Canyon stretches over 270 miles wide, from 4 to 18 miles, and deeper than 6,000 feet, making it one of Earth's largest gorges. Carved by the Colorado River for over 5 million years, it reveals rock layers up to 2 billion years old. The cliffs change colors with sunlight, turning the landscape into a living painting each hour. For the Hopi, Navajo, and Havasupai, this sacred land is tied to legends of creation and the universe. Sheer cliffs rising over 1,000 feet leave visitors awestruck by nature's power. Today, the Grand Canyon is called an open-air geology museum and ranks among America's most famous national parks. Waitomo glowworm caves are world famous for thousands of glowing Arachnocampa luminosa, turning darkness into a starry underground sky. As visitors drift silently by boat, the blue light reflects on the water, creating a surreal sight. The cave formed from 30-million-year-old limestone, filled with stalactites and stalagmites like natural sculptures. For the Maori people, it is sacred land, tied to ancestral legends and spiritual connection. Since 1887, when Europeans first explored it, the cave has become a symbol of New Zealand tourism. Today, Waitomo glowworm caves remain both a natural wonder and a cultural treasure preserved by the Maori community. Chocolate Hills consists of more than 1,200 cone-shaped mounds spread over a vast area, forming one of the strangest landscapes on Earth. In the dry season, green grass turns brown, making the land resemble a giant sea of chocolate. Rising from 100 to 400 feet, these hills cluster together like a surreal natural painting. Legend says they are stone tears of a giant heartbroken by love. For the people of Bohol, Chocolate Hills is not only a wonder, but also a cultural emblem and source of pride. Today, it attracts travelers worldwide and is nominated for Global Natural Heritage recognition. Antarctica is the coldest continent on Earth, with temperatures recorded below 128 degrees and covered by ice averaging more than 6,000 feet thick. Emperor penguins, blue whales, seals, and countless seabirds thrive in this harsh yet vibrant ecosystem. It is also the highest continent, averaging over 7,500 feet above sea level, holding about 70% of the planet's frozen fresh water. With no native residents, only international research stations under the 1959 Antarctic Treaty, the continent is reserved for peace and science. Despite the ice, some dry valleys here have seen no rain for millions of years, making them drier than the Sahara Desert. Summers bring endless daylight, with the sun never setting, while winters plunge into months of continuous darkness. Mount Vesuvius is world famous for the eruption in 79 AD, when ash rose nearly 20 miles and turned day into night. The mountain stands over 4,200 feet, with a crater 2,000 feet wide, still releasing heat, showing it has never been fully asleep. Ancient Romans once thought it was only a mountain, until they saw its destructive power firsthand. Later eruptions, especially in 1631, killed thousands more, proving its deadly force remained strong. Yet the soil around is unusually fertile, where vines grow in volcanic ash, producing famous wine. Locals believe supernatural powers live inside the volcano, giving it a mystical aura. Great Barrier Reef amazes as the largest coral system on Earth, stretching more than 1,400 miles and visible even from outer space. This huge ecosystem has about 3,000 coral reefs, forming a colorful, natural maze beneath the ocean. It is home to more than 1,500 fish species and 400 coral species, making it an underwater city full of life. Strangely, the reef can absorb waves and CO2, helping protect coasts from erosion and climate change. Yet when coral bleaching occurs, the whole area turns into a silent, biological graveyard where life disappears. In native culture, the reef is seen as a creation of spirits, carrying sacred meaning beyond its natural beauty. Lake Baikal amazes the world with over 25 million years of age, making it the oldest lake and a vault of ancient life. It reaches more than 5,300 feet deeper than any other freshwater lake, puzzling scientists. In winter, its surface turns into a wonder with giant blue ice blocks and methane bubbles trapped like jewels. The massive water volume equals about 20% of Earth's unfrozen freshwater, enough to supply billions of people. Its ecosystem is unique, with over 60% of species found nowhere else, including the only freshwater seal. Locals see the lake as a sacred sea, performing rituals to honor its power and spirit. Moraine Lake is famous worldwide for being on the $20 Canadian bill, proving its national symbol and natural attraction. Its turquoise color changes with light and seasons, making the scenery never the same twice. Formed from melting glaciers thousands of years ago, the lake, at 683 feet, is a natural treasure of the Rockies. Each winter, the lake becomes a giant frozen sea, while in summer, it shines bright blue. Photographers see it as a paradise. Many award-winning images come from here. In First Nations tradition, the lake reflects the spirit of the mountains in its calm waters. Angel Falls is known as the tallest waterfall in the world, with nearly 3,212 feet and a free fall of more than 2,648 feet. The water drops from such a great height that much of it turns into mist before touching the ground. It flows from the top of a massive table mountain, looking like a white ribbon falling from the sky into the jungle. In 1933, pilot Jimmy Angel, searching for gold, accidentally discovered the falls, and his name was given to this wonder. In the rainy season, the water grows strong, forming a giant white wall, while in the dry season, it becomes thin streams. Local people call it Kerapakupai Meru, meaning the waterfall from the deepest place, carrying sacred meaning. Machu Picchu is famous for its earthquake-proof design, where thousands of multi-ton stones fit tightly without mortar. Its location between peaks made the Inca see it as the center connecting humans with the universe. The layout is aligned with the sun and cosmic events, proving advanced cosmic knowledge. A hidden water system kept the site stable for centuries in heavy mountain rains. Strangely, Machu Picchu stayed firm through time weather and earthquakes without collapse. Today, Machu Picchu still radiates mystery, making visitors feel they step into a surreal world. Lake Natron shocks the world by turning dead animals into stone, like figures with bodies preserved in eerie detail. The lake has extreme alkalinity with pH over 10 and temperatures reaching 140 degrees, enough to burn human skin in minutes. Its water shifts strangely from pink to bright orange, caused by algae producing pigments in salty alkaline conditions. Paradoxically, millions of flamingos breed here because toxic waters keep predators away. From above, the lake looks like a giant, bleeding wound across cracked desert and hot winds. Lake Natron stands as a symbol of life and death, mixed mysterious and cold beyond human understanding. Torres del Paine National Park impresses with three granite towers nearly 9,800 feet high, shifting colors from gray to pink, then bright red at sunrise. Its scenery blends glaciers, turquoise lakes, snowy peaks, and vast plains, forming Patagonia's raw landscape. Winds over 70 miles per hour can knock adults down, forcing travelers to crawl on steep paths. The wild ecosystem adds tension as pumas may suddenly appear in the morning fog. Turquoise lakes mirror the majestic peaks, their color created by glacier flower refracting sunlight. UNESCO declared it a biosphere reserve in 1978, proving its global significance and uniqueness. Amazon rainforest covers over 23,000 square miles, enough to swallow a continent, and still have untouched wild land left. Life here evolves in strange ways, with glowing bugs, meat-eating plants, and fungi that control animal minds. At night, the jungle echoes with a non-stop living symphony from millions of active creatures. Some trees can kill with a single touch, while others cure diseases no drug can fix. Locals believe the forest is alive with will, and anyone who enters without asking will not return safely. Amazon is where nature both nurtures and threatens through beauty that offers no mercy. Mount Rainier National Park rises as a living icon of American nature, with a 400-foot volcano full of hidden power. Long ago, it was called the Water Giver because its ice created a vast river network feeding the land. More than 25 massive glaciers hold immense freshwater reserves for the region. The scenery shifts with seasons, from blooming wildflowers in summer to endless snow in winter. The phenomenon of UFO-shaped clouds hovering over the summit makes the mountain more mystical, as if it came from another world. Mount Rainier is both an ecological wonder and a sleeping volcano holding beauty and danger at once. Arashiyama Bamboo Grove impresses with bamboo about 65 feet tall, forming endless corridors, making visitors feel awe and peace. The rustling sound of wind through bamboo is recognized as a cultural sound heritage rare anywhere else. Its beauty lies not only in sight, but in the feeling of standing inside a natural symphony of bamboo. Japanese people see bamboo as a symbol of strength and purity lasting through centuries. Arashiyama Bamboo Grove is meditation without sitting a question, without words, a pause in time, without warning. Banjeok, Detian Falls, is famous as the fourth largest cross-border waterfall in the world, where water flows freely without fences or checkpoints. The falls stretch nearly 1,000 feet wide and 100 feet tall, cascading over limestone into many tiers. In rainy season, the roar sounds like heavenly drums, while in dry season, the flow divides into gentle streams. The water stays emerald year-round, reflecting the surrounding forests with spectacular views. Historically, it was linked with border demarcation and today stands as a symbol of peace. The image even appears on banknotes, showing its national and cultural importance. Plitvice Lakes National Park is world-famous for waters that change colors, shifting from emerald to blue to silver in a single day. "16 lakes and more than 90 waterfalls linked together, forming natural terraces. Unique karst structures make flows evolve and new cascades form, changing the scenery over time. In winter, waterfalls freeze into giant ice columns, creating a snowy kingdom. It is Croatia's oldest national park, founded in 1949 and listed by UNESCO in 1979. With over 1 million visitors yearly, it is one of Europe's most attractive natural destinations. Iguazu Falls stands out with 275 waterfalls thundering together, forming a wall of water over 1.7 miles wide, echoing endlessly. During flood season, water flow reaches 1,400 gallons per second, shaking the ground and making viewers feel like they're being pulled in. A gorge deeper than 260 feet stays veiled in mist, believed by locals to be where gods punish betrayal. A rare lunar rainbow appears on full moon nights, casting ghostly circles that make visitors feel trapped in another world. Inside the forest near the falls, butterflies with glassy wings reflect sunlight like flying crystals above the white vapor. This is where nature strikes both your eyes and your inner soul with overwhelming force. Aoraki Mount Cook is the highest mountain in New Zealand, rising 2,300 feet with an incredible look linked to sacred Maori legends. The mountain was formed from tectonic collisions about 10 million years ago, and it is still slowly rising today. Surrounding it are more than 140 peaks over 6,000 feet, with 72 giant glaciers creating a massive icy region. One of the largest glaciers stretches over 14 miles, shining bright green blue when sunlight reflects on the surface. This was also where Sir Edmund Hillary trained before he became the first person to conquer Everest, giving the place a symbolic meaning. Maori believe the mountain is a living ancestor protecting descendants, making every visit feel sacred. Komodo National Park shocks the world with giant Komodo dragons over 10 feet long and weighing around 150 pounds, seen as living legendary creatures. They have venom that thins blood and stops the heart, making prey unable to escape death within hours. What makes the place more special are the rare pink sand beaches, creating a surreal scene, like from a dream. Underwater are more than 1,000 fish species and hundreds of corals, turning it into a paradise for adventurous divers. Sharks, sea turtles, and giant rays often appear, making visitors feel the raw power of the ocean. Locals tell the legend that Komodo dragons are their blood siblings, a belief giving spiritual depth to this land. Zhangjiajie National Forest Park amazes with over 3,000 sandstone pillars, many reaching 2,600 feet tall, forming a stone forest rising into the sky. These formations were created over millions of years of wind and water erosion, leaving a surreal landscape rarely found on Earth. Mist often covers the area, making the scene look like a mythical world rising from the clouds. This dreamlike view inspired the floating mountains in the famous movie Avatar. The park is also home to the rare golden snub-nosed monkey, seen as a unique biological symbol. UNESCO recognized the park as a World Heritage Site in 1992, confirming its global value for scenery and ecosystem. Great Smoky Mountains National Park impresses with mountain ranges always covered in thick mist, making them look like giant smoke clouds across the sky. These mountains are among the oldest on Earth, formed over 200 million years ago, eroded into rare soft curves. It is home to more than 19,000 species of plants and animals, making it one of the richest biodiversity areas in North America. In the ancient deciduous forests, many tree species are considered living fossils, surviving millions of years. On summer nights, thousands of fireflies glow together, creating a natural light show rare in the world. With more than 12 million visitors each year, this park is the most visited in the United States. Gobi Desert is unique not only for sand, but also rocky mountains, dry steppes, and wind-carved valleys, creating unusual wild scenery. The desert was shaped over millions of years of geological and climate changes, making it one of Earth's oldest lands. Temperature swings are extreme, with hot summers reaching 100 and cold winters dropping to 40 degrees, creating rare, harsh conditions. It is called a prehistoric treasure, where the first dinosaur eggs and countless fossils were discovered. Powerful winds can move stones, forming sand towers hundreds of feet tall, constantly reshaping the landscape. In history, it was a vital part of the Silk Road, connecting trade and cultures between East and West. The people see Uluru as sacred land, tied to Dreamtime legends about creation and ancestral spirits. The monolith is about 1,140 feet high, with nearly 6 miles around rising in the dry desert of Australia. It formed over 500 million years ago, proving Earth's long geological history and movement. Its colors change dramatically from bright red at sunrise to deep purple at night. Caves and cracks on its surface hold ancient paintings showing old beliefs and daily life. Today, Uluru is a UNESCO Dual World Heritage Site valued for both nature and culture. Puerto Princesa Subterranean River National Park is known for its underground river, over 5 miles long, explored by small boats into limestone mountains. Geological studies show it formed through limestone dissolution and erosion lasting millions of years. Cave chambers are massive, some hundreds of feet wide, with unique stalactite formations. Scientists consider it a key system to study the link between sea and mountain. With its scientific and ecological value, it became a UNESCO site and global attraction. Giant's Causeway amazes people with over 4,000 hexagonal basalt columns fitted tightly like a strange stone path stretching into the sea. The columns formed around 60 million years ago when lava cooled and cracked into symmetrical shapes. Many stand up to 39 feet tall with flat tops that look like man-made stairs leading into the ocean. The repeating structure is so precise that scientists once believed it was created by ancient humans. Its surreal beauty mixed with giant legends made it a powerful cultural symbol. Since 1986, it has been recognized as a World Heritage Site for its geological value and ancient myths. Yosemite National Park impresses visitors with granite cliffs rising more than 3,000 feet, like a giant wall that makes first-time viewers step back in awe. The landscape was shaped by tectonic uplift and ancient glaciers, creating dome-shaped rock formations that stand as rare and striking features. One iconic dome became an everlasting symbol and even appeared in the logo of a famous computer operating system. The scenery changes color through the day, from silver at dawn to bright orange at sunset and soft purple during twilight. This transformation makes the landscape look like a living painting created by nature itself. In 1864, the land was legally protected, becoming the first place in the world preserved for its natural beauty. Milford Sound is like a living painting, with cliffs over 4,000 feet rising from the ocean, surrounding a narrow and mysterious fjord. Ancient glaciers carved this grand landscape, blending mountains, sea, and rainforest in a rare scene. When water from giant waterfalls crashes down, white spray fills the air and rainbows appear before travelers. With more than 200 rainy days each year, the air often stays wrapped in thick fog, making the place feel surreal and mythical. The strangest feature is the layer of fresh rainwater on the sea, letting black coral and deep-sea creatures survive near the light. The union of mighty nature, misty climate, and ancient myth makes Milford Sound a symbol of New Zealand. Halong Bay stands out with more than 1,600 limestone islands forming a vivid natural picture above the blue sea. It was created over 20 million years as waves and time carved towering vertical cliffs. Each rock has a unique form, some like a sitting figure, others like mythical creatures. The bay was twice recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site for both scenery and geology. It was also chosen as one of the 7 new natural wonders of the world. With millions of visitors yearly, Ha Long has become a cultural symbol and national pride. Twelve Apostles is like a row of natural stone towers with limestone pillars over 150 feet tall, standing upright in the sea. Over millions of years, wind and waves carved the coastline, leaving massive pillars apart from the cliffs. At first, there were 12, but only 8 strong towers remain after nature's harshness. Their colors shift constantly, golden in daylight and crimson at dusk. Mist and crashing waves add mystery, making visitors feel they stand before an ancient world. It is no surprise this place is seen as one of Australia's natural wonders. Mount Everest stands 29,032 feet tall, seen as the ultimate limit for human body and spirit. Its pure white snow cover makes it look like an eternal symbol of harshness and glory. Formed over millions of years, it still rises a little each year, showing Earth's living power. Above 26,000 feet, climbers enter the death zone, where thin oxygen makes each breath a battle. Frozen bodies left on the slopes serve as reminders of the heavy price of this quest. Still Everest remains a timeless dream, calling thousands to reach the top of the world. Galapagos shows surreal beauty, with frozen lava pools, white beaches, and volcanic land in one strange ecosystem. It is the only place where penguins live near the equator, thanks to cold ocean currents. Many animals walk near humans without fear, since they evolved without big predators for millions of years. Some species exist only on these islands, separated from the outside world by hundreds of miles. Its rich wildlife makes Galapagos a living lab for studying evolution in nature. Seeing giant tortoises and swimming lizards makes visitors feel like entering another planet. Atacama is the driest desert in the world, with places that have never recorded a drop of rain for centuries, making it nearly lifeless. At an average height of about 8,000 feet, the thin, dry air makes every experience here surreal and strange. The land has salt flats, rocky valleys, volcanoes, and giant dunes so similar to Mars that NASA tested its rovers here. On rare rainy years, millions of purple and yellow flowers bloom, turning the dead desert into a living carpet. The extreme climate supports almost no bacteria, making it a key site for astrobiology research. Atacama is both a dead land and a scientific treasure, showing nature's harshness and wonder. Serengeti hosts the world's largest animal migration, with over 2 million wildebeest zebras and buffalo crossing endless plains. The migration covers more than 1,000 miles, moving year-round in a circle, creating the most vivid and fierce scene on Earth. It is one of the few places where you can see lions hunting in daylight among dust and thunder of hooves. The plains were shaped by millions of years of erosion and ancient volcanoes, creating fertile soil that feeds vast green grass. The name Serengeti comes from the Maasai language, meaning endless plains, perfectly describing its grandeur. Recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, it plays a vital role in maintaining global ecological balance. Mono Lake stuns with limestone towers rising from the lake's surface like sculptures from another planet. These formed when underground calcium water reacted with carbonate-rich lake water, creating stone columns dozens of feet tall. The lake is 3 times saltier than the ocean and holds no fish, but supports millions of shrimp and alkaline flies. These flies can dive underwater using a thin air bubble around their bodies to survive. Each year, millions of birds arrive to nest and feed, forming a unique, closed ecosystem. The lake's surreal scenery has been featured in many famous science fiction films. Lençóis Maranhenses is world famous for its unique wonder, where thousands of turquoise lagoons appear among fine white dunes. Each lagoon changes color from blue to emerald, depending on sunlight, depth, and minerals in the sand. Dunes can rise up to 130 feet and shift with the winds, creating a landscape that never repeats. This makes it a flooded desert, a paradox yet breathtaking beauty, attracting millions of visitors. Locals call it the desert that blooms with waterproof of nature's extraordinary creativity. Lençóis Maranhenses is not only a natural wonder, but also a symbol of vitality and rare beauty on Earth. Salar de Uyuni is the largest salt flat on Earth, covering about 4,086 miles, equal to nearly 1,000 soccer fields. The salt layer is over 33 feet thick, created from an ancient lake that dried up more than 3,000 years ago. In the rainy season, a thin layer of water turns the flat into the biggest mirror on the planet. In the dry season, the salt crystals form natural hexagons between 4 and 6 feet wide, stretching all the way to the horizon. Beneath lies an estimated 21 million tons of lithium, making up about 25% of the world's known supply. Today, Uyuni is both a site for climate research and a famous tourist attraction combining economic, natural, and cultural values. Sundung Cave is known as the largest natural cave in the world, measuring 650 feet high, 500 feet wide, and nearly 5.5 miles long. Inside grows a primeval jungle with trees over 100 feet tall, thriving under light from giant sinkholes. Massive stalagmites and stalactites rise up to 250 feet, looking like ancient stone towers. A long underground river flows for miles, creating extremely rare subterranean waterfalls. Unique clouds form inside the cave due to temperature and humidity, making visitors feel like stepping onto another planet. Beyond geology, Sundung is tied to legends of gods opening its entrance, giving it a sacred and mysterious aura. Barba National Park is famous for the largest natural freshwater lake in Vietnam, spanning more than 2 miles and 115 feet deep, formed over 200 million years ago. The emerald water never runs dry, making many believe that a hidden underground spring beneath the limestone mountains keeps the lake alive. Legend says the lake was born from a great flood when 3 mountains rose from the water, giving the name Ba Bay. The surrounding primeval forest is a natural treasure with more than 1,000 plant species and hundreds of rare animals. This place is both a natural wonder and a living cultural space, offering visitors a unique experience from Vietnam. Cinque Terre in Italy stretches about 7.5 miles along the Mediterranean coast, with steep cliffs embracing turquoise water and breathtaking wild scenery. Since the Middle Ages, people built terraces on rocky slopes to grow grapes and olives, blending human effort with rugged nature. Colorful multi-story houses cling to the cliffs, creating a rare and unusual landscape unlike anywhere else in the world. The entire area is a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its unique harmony between human architecture and harsh natural environment. Culture here is preserved through white wine made on terraces, sea festivals, folk music, and ancient religious traditions. It is not only a natural wonder, but also a symbol of human creativity and extraordinary adaptability. Victoria Falls on the Zambezi River is about 1 mile wide and nearly 355 feet high, forming one of the largest waterfalls in the world. As the water crashes down, spray rises more than 1,300 feet, visible from 20 miles away, earning the name the smoke that thunders. Deep zigzag gorges, carved from ancient lava, force the river to twist and turn, creating chaotic yet majestic scenery. During the rainy season, water flow can reach over 150 million gallons per minute, producing a roar like continuous thunder. For centuries, local people viewed it as sacred land, linked to rain-making rituals and legends of river gods. Today, Victoria Falls is both a natural wonder and a cultural, spiritual symbol of Africa, attracting millions of visitors from around the globe. Jeju Island was born from volcanic activity over 2 million years ago, crowned by Halasan, rising 6,400 feet as the tallest mountain in Korea. The fearless Henyo women dive over 60 feet without air tanks, becoming symbols of strength and island culture. Dol Harobang basalt statues stand as guardians believed to ward off evil spirits. Its miles-long lava tube system, recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage, shows the raw power of nature. In spring, golden canola flowers blanket the fields, painting Jeju into a living canvas in the ocean. Beyond tourism, Jeju is a land of legends, its own language and rare cultural identity. Ningaloo Reef in Western Australia stretches more than 160 miles along the coast, making it one of the largest and most pristine fringing reefs in the world. More than a natural wonder, Ningaloo Reef is sacred in Aboriginal Dreamtime stories, symbolizing spiritual and cultural heritage. It is one of the few places on Earth where people can swim alongside whale sharks over 30 feet long in the wild. During migration season, humpback whales and giant manta rays appear, adding to the spectacular marine scenery. The ecosystem holds more than 500 species of fish, 300 types of coral, and many endangered sea turtles nesting every year. The Bay of Fundy in Canada is world famous for having the highest tides on Earth, with water levels shifting nearly 50 feet in a single day. The bay's funnel shape, combined with Atlantic Ocean waves, creates a rare resonance effect, causing extreme rises and falls of the tide. At low tide, visitors can walk on the ocean floor, only to see the same place covered by tens of feet of water hours later. Constant tidal erosion sculpts red sandstone cliffs, forming sea stacks, gorges, and dramatic coastal landscapes. The bay is also home to more than 12 whale species, along with millions of migrating birds, and a rich tidal ecosystem. The Mi'kmaq people believe the god Glooskap shaped the bay with divine power, making it both a natural wonder and a sacred cultural site. Mount Kilimanjaro rises to about 19,340 feet, the tallest in Africa and the highest freestanding mountain on Earth. Formed by volcanic activity, it has three peaks: Kibo, Mwenzi, and Shira, with Kibo still potentially active. Its most striking feature is the snow-capped summit, lasting year-round despite lying next to the equator. Climbers pass through 5 ecosystems, from lush rainforest and grasslands to high desert and icy glaciers. The Chaga people see it as sacred land where gods dwell and give life. Today, Kilimanjaro is both a spiritual symbol and a challenge for tens of thousands of climbers every year. The Sahara Desert covers over 3.6 million square miles, making it the largest hot desert in the world, stretching across North Africa. Some massive dunes rise up to 600 feet tall, appearing like golden moving mountains. Temperatures are extreme, reaching over 120 Fahrenheit by day, but dropping near freezing at night. Yet more than 2.5 million people and countless animals survive adapted to these harsh conditions. With its grandeur and history, the Sahara is both a symbol of harshness and a treasure of culture and legend. Green oases have sustained nomadic communities for thousands of years, making the Sahara a trade hub along Africa's Silk Road. Santorini was born from a massive volcanic eruption 3,600 years ago, leaving a sunken caldera and towering cliffs. Volcanic soil created rare beaches of red, black, and white sand. Locals are proud of Assyrtiko wine grown in mineral-rich volcanic soil with a unique flavor. Whitewashed houses with blue domes stacked on the cliffs have become Greece's global symbol. Santorini blends romance with the legend of Atlantis, making it the most mysterious island in the Mediterranean. The sunsets here are so vivid. They are praised as among the most beautiful on Earth.